Hi. Welcome. I'm gonna give you guys, as always, another minute or two. It is I think my fourth live. I'm really excited. I hope 2024 is going really well for everyone out there so far. A few more seconds. I feel like I should have music playing in the background. Okay. So guys, welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Finda. I'm your empowered guide in business, fitness, and fragrance. I started this channel, I would say 4 years ago in 2019, but the reason why the whole brand started, what actually inspired my brand and my product is what I'm actually bringing to life today from the story. I truly believe that everyone has a story to tell, and your story, you're going to play a victim, or you're actually going to, see that thing inside of you and just actually decide to win. So I wanted to just share my story today and just hopefully that I inspire and empower you guys out there. So another second or so. Awesome. So what makes you different? I've learned that what makes you different, literally, if you tap into that, if you actually just kind of tune into that, you're going to find something that is really going to help you stand out. And my background story, which is connected to my fragrance. When I was much younger, I always had difficulty understanding words. I always had difficulty reading anything, and I actually just believed that I was an idiot because for the longest time I heard people actually saying, "Oh, you're just dumb, you're an idiot." But then I was diagnosed my first semester in college. I was diagnosed with what's called a learning disability. Actually, it's a reading disability. It's called dyslexia. To take you guys back, in the early 90s, I went to all Catholic schools. I remember then they did not really know exactly, people really weren't educated what dyslexia was. And at the time, a lot of the teachers actually just kind of told my parents, they did a lot of testing on me. So they just told my parents, they just believed that I was mentally handicapped, that I would not really know or how to function through life. They had to figure out a way exactly for how I'm going to add value to other people's life. So hearing that at age 14 or 15 years of age, you feel like, man, you're so different. But the difference was not positive then, it was more of a negative. So that was actually like, I would say a foundation. I'm going to use the word foundation. It was a foundation in a negative way for me to actually really build up massive levels of insecurity. Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Finda. I'm doing my live today. I'm your empowered guide in business, fitness, and fragrance. Before I go into it, just make sure if you're finding value in this, to make sure you click that subscribe button and feel free to share this later. I'm going to be syndicating this. So back into the story. From having teachers actually tell my parents, "Oh, we just think that mentally she's not going to be able to function well as a person." So they had to figure out what to do with me. So from junior high, not knowing exactly what it was, and then I go to high school. So I'm already building this massive insecurity, feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm so different, this is terrible, I'm so different. But it was different in a bad way, and I did not know this at all. So going to high school, I was in these special need classes, and the classes were for all of the people, all of the kids, actually, boys and girls, of course, who actually had some kind of learning disability, but the teachers then really weren't doing their best to actually make sure that we felt, just to give us a little bit more encouragement, to actually just give us more self-esteem building. So, but the thing about my high school that really kind of added layers to my insecurity issues, we had in the section where we were in school, the learning disability kids, or they called us the slow kids rather, our hallway was completely dark. We didn't have hallway lights. So they actually kind of deemed us dark side students. So imagine trying to get along with other kids that are your peers and they're in regular classes, and when you're going to class, you have to kind of sneak around to go to class because you're going to this dark side location of the building. So it was a lot of insecurity I built from there, because I didn't want my friends to know, my goodness, like, hey, something's wrong with Finda. She cannot, comprehend or read like the rest of us. So I felt like I grew up with like something that I was always hiding. And the more I felt like that, the more that massive insecurity just kept building. That whole story kind of led me to being an adult, where even getting a job, people did not know. But I didn't want to explain myself to have pity. I didn't want anyone to pity me. at all. I just wanted to let people know, okay, I can do the job, but this is what you have to know what I have. It's hard for me to understand letters, certain letters, they get jumbled up. And sometimes with dyslexia is also with numbers because there are different types of dyslexia, but I don't have issues with numbers. Mine is more letters. So letters get jumbled up and certain words, I just cannot understand it at all. So I had to let people know that. But the more I told people, like employers that would hire me, when I moved in here, knowing that my brand, I was trying to work on this empowered brand per se. But I had this vision to create this brand called Empowered, but I did not know that throughout the years of being known as being dyslexic or being known as having a learning disability, all those years, everything that was happening to me, it was building this massive layer of insecurity. So even though I had this thing that I wanted to create, Empowered, I just couldn't move forward because that self-imaging that I created for myself, that I couldn't do anything, that I needed help from other people, that I was mentally handicapped, all of those things will play in my head over and over and over again. So even though I actually decided, okay, I'm going to start Empowered, but I just could not take that step forward to actually really do the work that needed to be done. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to actually talk about this today, because I realized that a lot of people out there, including myself, if the image that you're walking around with that you believe is what you are, that actually is negative, if you don't get rid of that image, you're not going to move forward in life at all. It's going to be so hard for you to actually move forward because that image is going to help you either create something great or is actually going to help you, is going to pull you back. And that's what I realized. And one of the things that I did with my imaging issues, in my mind, I believed for years that I could not operate a vehicle because in my mind I thought I was mentally handicapped. I could not operate a vehicle. So that fear was so imminent in me. Like whenever I would go drive, my palms would get super sweaty, or even being in front of you guys in camera or creating content, even that was not live, I would get so nervous, like I'm being chased by an animal. It's because for years, I believed that I was not capable of doing the things that I've always wanted to do because I thought that somebody needs to help me, someone needs to help me, someone needs to drive me around. So I kind of made myself feel very small without knowing it. So I realized that years now that my empowered journey became a healing journey for me. And then I felt like, man, there's so many people out there that could really use the message of being empowered, even though my brand is more female focused to actually empower and inspire other women. But I truly feel like also other men out there could use my messaging too as well. So that's why I wanted to show you guys today how the story came about, how exactly from being dyslexic and just being this person who develops such massive self-confidence issues to the person that you see today. And it actually does not come without me really putting in the work. So that being said, I just wanted to kind of show you guys what the power that I realized that I had. So the fact that I do not understand or comprehend, I could not read rather, or comprehend properly when it came to learning how to read and write when I was 17 years old, or comprehend. So I really kind of put it in my head that I wanted to be like everybody else. I wanted to be like my peers. That was my thing. I just had to be like everybody else. So I got obsessed with reading. I wanted to understand and why is it that I am so different. But I became so obsessed with reading. I read every day. I listen to a podcast every day. Something that's really going to help me thrive. And then from there, being so obsessed with reading and learning, I realized one of my powers, a couple of them rather, that I'm very focused, very disciplined, and actually kind of put me above a lot of people that I knew that I wanted to be like. It kind of put me ahead of the game. So guys, just know, whatever it is that you feel like you're so different or you're ashamed that people are going to make fun of you, because I always felt like people are going to make fun of me. I didn't want somebody to make fun of me, and I really it made me feel a little bit more like, oh my God, I have something to hide. Just know when you really lean into that, you have something so amazing in you that you're gonna really inspire other people with. Because me really leaning into the fact that, okay, I'm dyslexic, that's something I have to, wear for the rest of my life, but I don't play the victim. But I learned now that I'm incredibly driven, I'm incredibly ambitious, and also that I just when I put my mind to something, I completely do it because I just want it to be like everybody else, but I'm so focused on learning, and it just made me realize that my superpower is just really being disciplined and really being focused. So that's one of the things that I really want to let you guys know today. Your superpower is always going to be the thing that you really do not like more about yourself. So I'm really glad that every day I just learn different things about myself, and that's something no matter what it is that you are working on. And one of the best ways that to actually kind of wrap this up, one of the best things that I do to make sure that I'm building confidence every day, I have a list. I write a list every night before I go to bed of things that I want to accomplish. So usually it's 1 through 5 or 1 through 3, it just depends. If I don't accomplish something that day, yeah, you can say, okay, it's fine, it's just a list between you and yourself. You feel like you're breaking a promise to yourself. So when you feel like you're breaking a promise to yourself, you don't feel good about yourself at all. But when I check the list that I have, and I do the check marks every day, it builds my self-esteem. Like the driving, I've been driving my son to school every day last week and today. It just feels really great. So the more I do it, the more I feel like, yeah, I'm doing it, I'm killing it. So the more I do it, the more it gives me massive confidence. And that confidence came for me to even create this video today, or the confidence for me to actually create the stuff that I'm doing throughout the week or throughout the month for my brand. So the more you do things that you really don't want to do, you're going to see, yes, your sweet spot right there where you're going to find your confidence in there. Guys, let me know if you have any questions, comment down below. And for the people who are going to watch this later, I'm very grateful for you guys. Let me know like what your hangups are and exactly how it is that you are working on just, I would say recovering, because it's a lot of healing, and how you're working from growing. Just let me know exactly how you are doing that. Wrapping up here in a little bit, guys. I'm always just so grateful. Speaking of this topic today, because I felt like for years, as I said, I had so many things that I was so ashamed of, but I'm so grateful for what, I was born with. Being dyslexic, I mean, it could have been worse. Because of that, me really learning about myself, I can give you guys this information. I can help you guys be better. And one of my biggest mission and my vision for Empowered, I feel like, oh my goodness, if I can do this, having problems reading, having problems recognizing words and speech, such a difficult thing for me to do. But if I can do this, and if you don't have those problems, you have other problems, the sky is like the limit for you. Anything and everything out there is completely possible. And when you really put your mind to it, the right people come along who help you. Like my partner in life, he's absolutely amazing. He does all the reading materials for me that I need to read, and I do all the creativity. So it's just, all you have to do is decide what it is that you want to do, no matter how old you are, when you want to start, no matter exactly what the effect is, no matter what the hang up is or what the challenge is, just decide, and you'll see the amazing thing happens for you guys, where the universe or God would just bring amazing people into your lives, where you actually can just watch yourself grow and actually help other people grow. At the end of the day, that's literally what we're all doing here on earth, is to actually inspire other people, because through my story, I know that being an overcomer, it's going to help you guys out there, for you to overcome something. And when you overcome something, you're going to help somebody else down there, somebody else out there. So it's more of this chain effect. I want to do like this ripple effect where I'm just constantly helping empower other people, just over and over, where it's just going to be like this, almost like that Coca-Cola commercial. People are just holding their hands around the world and just being this massive vibration of positivity, and just really going after what you want, because life is truly short, and it is short, but just really go after what you want, no matter how old you are, and you'll see exactly how great you feel. And it's this amazing effect how you're going to make other people feel great, and they're going to go after what they want to as well. So guys, in closing, this month I am doing all from the nutrition part. I'm doing Heart Healthy, so you can catch all the Heart Healthy recipes that will be starting this week. And last month I wrapped up how to reduce water retention, so you can check all of those out. And if you want to see any information at all about the fragrance, you can check out my other platforms on social media. All the fragrance information is primarily on there. And I have a couple of things that I'm also working on. So guys, I'm just really, really fortunate that this path is helping me grow. It's really the person I was 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, even 20 years ago. I'm constantly different. Even from a year from now, I know I'm going to be a different person than I am today. So guys, thank you so much for riding with me. Thank you so much for sharing, liking, and commenting. And thank you for the people who are my new subscribers. I'm incredibly grateful and blessed for this, I would say, this energy that's using me. And guys,